Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the topics that matter. Today, we have a conversation that might surprise you: how Americans really feel about immigrants in the USA. This is a subject that sparks intense debate and often gets oversimplified. But we're here to provide you with an honest and nuanced discussion. We'll be sharing personal stories, conducting interviews, and shedding light on the diverse range of perspectives that exist. Stick around until the end to hear some eye-opening insights. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get started. How Americans really feel about immigrants in the USA. Immigration. It's a hot-button issue that seems to dominate so many conversations nowadays. But have you ever wondered how Americans truly feel about immigrants in the USA? Well, you're in luck, because we're about to dive deep into this subject and uncover some fascinating insights. Let's start by acknowledging that the United States is a nation built on immigration. From the early European settlers to the wave of Asian, Latin American, and Middle Eastern immigrants, the country has always been a melting pot of cultures and backgrounds. But despite this rich history, the question of how Americans feel about immigrants remains complex and multifaceted. First and foremost, it's important to recognize that Americans' opinions about immigrants can vary greatly depending on various factors. These factors can include political affiliation, personal experiences, geographical location, and even generational differences. It's not a simple black and white issue, but rather a spectrum of perspectives. One way to gauge American sentiments towards immigrants is through public opinion polls. These surveys provide valuable insights into the collective mindset of the nation. According to a Gallup poll conducted in 2020, a majority of Americans believe that immigration is a good thing for the country. This indicates a generally positive outlook towards immigrants and their contributions. However, it's crucial to note that there are significant variations in these opinions when broken down by political affiliation. Republicans, for instance, tend to have a more skeptical view of immigration compared to Democrats. This divide reflects the ongoing political debates and policy discussions surrounding immigration reform. But what about everyday interactions between Americans and immigrants? Well, anecdotal evidence suggests that the general sentiment is often more positive than the divisive rhetoric we often hear in the media. Many Americans have personal stories of friendships, collaborations, and even romantic relationships with immigrants. These experiences foster a deeper understanding and empathy towards the immigrant experience. It's also worth mentioning that the perspectives on immigrants can vary greatly across different regions of the country. In areas with higher immigrant populations, such as California, New York, and Texas, people are more likely to have first-hand exposure to diverse cultures. This exposure often leads to more open-minded and accepting attitudes towards immigrants. On the other hand, in areas with fewer immigrants, the perception can be colored by misinformation and stereotypes perpetuated by media or political narratives. In such cases, fear of the unknown can breed misconceptions and biases against immigrants. This highlights the importance of education and exposure to combat these misunderstandings. As with any complex issue, there are also those who hold extreme views on both ends of the spectrum. On one side, there are those who advocate for strict border controls and limited immigration, citing concerns about national security and the economy. On the other side, there are those who argue for open borders and unrestricted immigration, emphasizing the humanitarian aspect and the notion of America as a land of opportunity. Ultimately, it's important to remember that as a nation, the views on immigration are continually evolving. American society is dynamic and constantly adapting to new realities. The perspectives held today may not be the same as those held in the future, as social, economic, and political landscapes change over time. So, how do Americans really feel about immigrants in the USA? Well, the answer is far from simple. It's a nuanced and multifaceted topic that requires a comprehensive understanding of individual experiences, political dynamics, and cultural influences. As we continue to navigate the complexities of immigration, it's crucial to approach this issue with empathy, open-mindedness, and a commitment to fostering a cohesive and inclusive society for all.